Welcome to Kitty Unfiltered. My name is Kitty, and this is my eyeshadow palette collection. As of the 1st of 2020, there are 2 palettes in here that I have bought since the beginning of 2020. The rest of them are everything, from 2019 that has rolled over. So I will be doing an inventory eventually, but it was going to take forever to type everything out in a little list. So I figured I'd just go ahead and film this and show it to you. I have bought 3 more palettes since then that I just showed in a recent haul. So yeah, I am very proud of myself with the final number of palettes. I know that it seems ridiculous having like almost 130 palettes, but I thought I had so much more, and I am so proud of myself because I did declutter a couple times throughout the year last year. And I guess I didn't realize how much I had decluttered because I had almost 200 at one point. And so I am really proud of myself for letting go of a whole bunch of palettes. But yeah, so here we are. This is my current eyeshadow palette collection as of July 1st, 2020. So yeah, enjoy. Okay, so to start with, my makeup collection was in storage all winter long in a barn, in a trailer. So while water was not able to get into anything, there were like windows and stuff, so there was like open air, but like nothing could get wet. But through the winter of, freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing and raining and snowing and raining and snowing, I've noticed that there are certain formulas in my eyeshadow that did not hold up well to that. So as we go along, so I've got a towel laid down here, and we open some of these up. It's mainly red, glittery, or metallic kind of shadows that seem to have been affected, so you will see some of that as we go. So these 4 palettes here that I went, oh, thank you so much for that. I didn't need that, but thank you. So these 4 palettes that I have out here are ones that I got gratis from Ulta. This first one is NARS Skin Deep. It has highlight, bronzer, contour stuff, and then eyeshadows down here. Urban Decay Naked Reloaded. I love this palette. It's so good, and it's so nice because they kind of made it a little idiot proof. Like this half here is kind of like their lighter colors, and this half here is the darker colors. So like if you don't really know what you want to do, but you want to do a daytime look, use those shadows. If you want to do an evening look, use those shadows. Of course, you can mix and match, but they kind of did that little extra thing there to make it a little easier to use for people who weren't quite as confident in their makeup skills, which I thought was a very cool idea. Technically, I did buy this Riviera Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, but then a couple days later, I had one for gratis, so then I had them give my gratis one away to one of the other girls who works there, since I had just bought one and I had already tried it, so I couldn't return it. So I would have gotten this one for gratis if I would have waited a couple days of buying it. And then finally this Pure Midnight Masquerade one. I did get one of these free from BoxyCharm a long time ago. It's got face over here and then the eyeshadow is here. And so I gave one away to one of the girls who works there who didn't get a palette, and then I kept one since I had a backup one of this as well. I think I have all this divided up by brand. If not, I might find 1 or 2 along the way that are mixed in, but for the most part, I do think I have it by brand. These are 2 of the MAC, what do they call them? The eyeshadow ×9. This is the Burgundy ×9, and this one is the Dusky Rose ×9. Here is an old one with some eyeshadows I put together for looks myself. This is another one that I put together myself. You can see that really much until recently I'd always been a cool tone eyeshadow girl. And then this is the cool neutral and the warm neutral. I'll go ahead and flip the lids up because I do have the names written on the inside corner, so I don't have to look at the back. I only have one other NARS palette, so I'll go ahead and do that one now. It is the Loaded, which is one of my all-time warm tone faves. For Morphe, I have the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette. 35F, which is Fall into Frost. 35M Boss Mood, the Jaclyn Hill, and my personal favorite, the 39S Such a Gem. Alright, I have two Lime Crime palettes, the Venus XL, and one of my favorite palettes of all times, the Venus XL2. Look at that delicious goodness. For Buxom, I have this one I made myself because I did not have any green eyeshadow at the time. Dolly's Wild Side, and Suede Seduction. For ColourPop, I have the Give It To Me Straight and Fame. This is the Revolution Forever Flawless Birds of Paradise. Wet n Wild Comfort Zone. I can't remember what the name of this flesh one is, but it was limited edition. The Winky Lux and BoxyCharm Kitten palette. The Alamar Cosmetics, this thing, Reina del Caribe eyeshadow palette volume 1. The Laura Lee Los Angeles Party Animal. The Bare Minerals Bare Naturals. Okay, so see, here's one of those ones I was talking about where the red kind of sparkly shadow kind of got puffy. It puffed up like puff paints, if anyone remembers those. And this is why we have the towel down. This thing's gonna need cleaned out, but these far up here are Urban Decay. All of these over here going down this way, those are all Sephora, and then this little 9 set down here is Lancome. I just realized I am missing at least a few eyeshadow palettes because I do have at least one Quint. It's a newer green one from Lancome that I cannot find right now because that 9 section of Lancome made me remember that. So I know I'm missing at least a couple that are probably still somewhere in boxes I haven't unpacked yet, but it doesn't matter because I have way too much eyeshadow right now anyway, so I'll find the rest of them eventually. This is the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette, which I love because, again, I've always been a cool tone girl. The Nomad Berlin Untergrund, which I'm guessing is underground. Got this as a Christmas present. The Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. Storybrooke Cosmetics Wizardry and Witchcraft. Remember when Smashbox used to have those old like master class palettes, those big ones? Well, I had a couple of those, and then last time I was downsizing, I took the 2 parts I liked the most and put them in the cover I liked the most. And the BH Cosmetics Zodiac Love Signs palette. My director has moved to the head of the bed to take a nap. She is very disappointed because I'm washing sheets right now, so the pillows are not up there for her to lay on. I have this Laura Geller Island Escape and the Sephora Pro Pigment palette in Warm. Okay, I have 4 Makeup Geek palettes. This is the Autumn 2016, the Holiday 2016, and then here you can see where another one of those explosions took place. This is the Makeup Geek Starter Kit, and then this is their 12-pack of duochromes that they had for Black Friday 2016. Now you can see in here when I'm talking about how I know it looks like it's got mold or something on it, but actually it's just where the shadows have kind of puffed up from drawing moisture and then freezing and expanding and freezing and expanding. So see, I can kind of pat it back down if it's not too bad, but then you get some like this that have just, like I said, it's mostly red sparkly ones that have done it, but then you'll see there's some like with these Makeup Geek sparkly ones. It's all sparkly ones. I don't think any matte ones did it, but as you can see, it's sparkly ones that Makeup Geek have puffed up. So see, I can kind of just press that back down and it's fine again. Alright, here I have Marc Jacobs. This is the 2017 Holiday Stiletto, which is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes of all time. Of course, because it's limited edition. It's a nice one. Scandalust. See, this is a red one, and that red sparkly one there just... The Dreamer. This was my very first ever warm eyeshadow palette. This is the one that got me over my fear of warms, because it's kind of a warm neutral. And this is the Edge-atorial. Love that little fat roll moment that we're having in these mirrors, the angles they're at. It's fabulous. For Kat Von D, I have the Alchemist Shade and Light Eye Contour and the Metal Matte, which is another one of my all-time favorites, so of course it was limited edition. Alright, I got a big fat stack of Anastasia Beverly Hills. Of course, my Riviera that I showed you earlier. Modern Renaissance. The Norvina, one of my favorites because it's purpley. Subculture, which I don't have a problem with the shadow formula, but I'm not good at eyeshadow anyway. The Prism, that I got to go with the Subculture. Soft Glam, one of my favorites. Sultry, again, another all-time favorite eyeshadow palette. And this one was limited edition. Alyssa Edwards. And finally the Jackie Aina that I was not going to buy because I didn't really like it. And then one of the girls at work goes, "But have you swatched it?" So I swatched it and I immediately bought it. For Juvia's Place, I have the Tribe, Nubian, Afrique, Zulu, Warrior 2, which is a matte dream palette. Look at those colors, so good. Magic Mini, this one I had to get sold on, but I just, again, the color scheme on this one seems kind of chaotic like that Jackie Aina one, but then I swatched all these little blue gunmetal-y shimmery ones, and yeah, of course, and I had to get it. And then the Masquerade Mini. Natasha Denona, we have the Lila, which was kind of disappointing after I brought it home because it was supposed to be the purpley one, and this is not a lot of purple. That's a purple, kind of a grapey purple. That can pretend to be a purple, and that can pretend to be a purple. Not a lot of purple for being a purple palette. The Natasha Denona Sunrise. And then I have 3 of these Quints. This is number 5. This one is number 2. And then this one here would be number 4. I only have 2 palettes from the Balm. This is the Matrimony and the Matte Nude, and this again is another cool tone matte lover's dream. For Violet Voss, I have the Rainbow and the gorgeous Flamingo. For Dior, I have the Electrify, Khaki, and the Versailles, which I believe I got at the duty-free shop to commemorate my trip to Niagara Falls. Alright, one of my favorite brands. This is Viseart. This is the 01 Neutral Matte, 06 Paris Nude, 07 Cool Matte, the 09 Bijou Royal, and then in here, of course, they suffered later from depotting. When I first depotted them, they were okay. The cracks didn't show up till later, but this is the Dark Mattes and the Editorial Brights, I think. Can't remember. And then in here, this one here is a Makeup Forever palette that I kind of made myself. This is a Viseart. Can't remember what actually. So these 3 here and this one here are all Viseart as well. Cannot remember their names. I think this is like the Minx, Amethyst. Cannot remember what the rosy one was. Can't remember the name of that one either. Alright, for Le Roc, I have the Unzipped Desert Sunset, Ocean Sunset, and Mountain Sunset. And then in the Pro formula, I have the 1, 2, 3. The first Mega Pro palette that I got whenever they reissued it. Was it last year? Year before, when they relaunched this for limited time. And then this is the Mega 4. I forgot this little Juvia's Place. It's the Nubian Coral. Alright, we're getting down to the end. Just kind of my bigger groups left to go. This is Too Faced. I have the Peanut Butter and Honey. Just Peachy Mattes. Sweet Peach. Peanut Butter and Jelly. Chocolate Bar. Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. Chocolate Gold, which is fantastic palette. And the Gingerbread Spice, with another one of my puffy exploded shadows. Alright, here's Urban Decay. First of all, I have my gratis one that I already showed you earlier. Urban Decay Naked Heat, Electric, Moon Dust, After Dark, Honey, which I love this one, Smoky, which here you can see these are ones I didn't push down yet, where it kind of has that puffy thing going on over here on the shimmery side, so I just kind of pat it back down in, then it's fine. Just slightly annoying. Born to Run, Vice 3, I believe, and the Game of Thrones. Okay, and final palette stack, we have Tarte. This is Maneater, the old one before they put the black in the corner. I wish I had the one where they had the black in the corner, but that's the one I got. the super old Rainforest After Dark that I just can't get rid of because this is a perfect travel palette. But as you see, don't really travel or it would have been used more. Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust. Original Tartlet, the all matte one. Tartlet in Bloom. Young, Wild, and Cruelty Free. The Clay Play Volume 2. The Pro Remix. And the Pro. And that's it. Thanks for stopping by. Y'all have a great day. I will have more collection videos coming up throughout the next month and more declutter videos and stuff. But because I didn't declutter in this one, I'd already decluttered prior, so I need to get all that stuff posted. And that's it. Everyone have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.